At the club, Victoria tells her mother she couldn't sleep again last night. Nikki counsels that in time this will pass, and she did nothing wrong, it was all JT. Nikki reminds Victoria she was the one to stop JT. She wants Vicky to get past the guilt. Victoria embraces Nikki, then leaves. Nikki spots Arturo. She joins him and questions if he was really unavailable last night. Arturo reassures her. Nikki updates him that Victor knows he exists, but not his identity, then asks him upstairs. Later, they return to the dining room and chat about the situation with JT. Talk turns to Victor and his friend. Nikki muses Arturo deserves better than revenge sex, but he thinks it's pretty hot. He goes back upstairs to shower. Hillary arrives at Hamilton Winter's group wanting to chat with Devon, who puts her off and gets on a conference call. Hillary leaves, with her pregnancy test in her purse. Later, she returns with news, but Devon's still busy. She drops a positive pregnancy test on his desk and exits. At the Abbott house, Abby spots Kyle with a charred memory card and asks what he's up to. He wonders the same thing about her. Kyle questions her about when the Dinah documentary will be ready. Abby is curious why he cares. Kyle wants to get to know his grandmother. Abby talks about her decline being difficult to watch. Kyle marvels over her memory fluctuations and confusion. Abby tells him the whole family will see it once she finishes editing with Charlie. At the therapist's office, Victoria talks about letting JT take her phone in Hawaii, then changing her mind when he proposed a plan to uproot the family and move away. The doctor asks if he lost control again in Hawaii. Victoria relays she didn't stick around. The therapist knows JT tried to kill her father. Vicky says that's why he was asking so desperate. If she'd had the guts to break things off sooner it wouldn't have happened. Vicky exits, upset. Reed visits Victor at the ranch to ask about what happened with his dad. Vic pushes for a game of chess. Reed proposes if he wins, he gets to ask questions. They play and Victor wins. Reed shouts that he still wants to know about his dad. Victor reveals he discovered JT was investigating him and wanted him back in prison. It's why he got back with Victoria. Reed protests and smashes the chess set as Nikki arrives. Reed complains Victor's making stuff up to trash his dad. Nikki wants Reed to apologize. Victoria phones, JT's car's gone. Nikki relays that Reed drove it. Later, Nikki and Victor confer about Reed. Victor thinks he's tough, but Nikki thinks they need to be gentle. Talk turns to Helen. Nikki snarks about hosting the woman and doesn't want to do it again. Victor thought it was okay. Nikki coolly lets him know she was with her gentleman friend this morning. Kyle arrives. Victor updates him on Jack's visit. Kyle wants a job at Newman, but Victor asks him to continue at Jabo and report back to him. Kyle shares that Ashley and Abby want to keep him from learning some secret of Dinah's. Victor informs him his grandmother's off limits. He advises Kyle to play the long game and says good things come to those who wait. At the club bar, Devon accuses Hillary of trying to get back at him for canceling their agreement. Hill wonders why he'd think she would prank him about this. She explains how soon you can take a test. Devon realizes she's serious. Hill grins and says he's going to be a baby daddy. They bicker about his less than thrilled reaction, his accusation, and the contract. Hillary informs him she doesn't need him and invites him to tear up the contract. Devon won't do that to the child. The conversation turns to Simone. Hillary predicts she won't react well. Devon tells Hillary to keep him informed about the pregnancy. Nearby, Arturo spots Abby and joins her for dessert. She comments on his physique and he remarks he does all his cardio the old-fashioned way, it's more fun. Nikki brings Reed home, and Victoria sends him upstairs. Nikki assures Vicky they'll help him get through this. After, Victoria tells Reed that JT did want to be a family again, but he had a lot of rage inside of him. Reed thinks maybe he could come back, get probation, and they'd have another chance. Victoria says it's not going to happen. Reed becomes upset when she alludes to him not coming back. They embrace. At the club, Abby and Arturo discuss his work at Rainbow Gardens. Abby asks how Nikki treats him. Arturo muses they are both very happy with the terms. They toast to a new friendship. Nikki enters, sees them, and leaves. Next on The Young and the Restless. Victoria is confronted by Reed about JT.